In our last two video of FreeCAD series, we have covered how we can create variable and set up relation inside FreeCAD using two different methods. One is by defining variable directly inside Sketcher. Another one was more advanced where we can create a spreadsheet and then can control the entire geometry using variables and relation. If you want to check those videos, you can find their links in the description of this video. Now let's talk about the topic of the day, which is another advanced method of creating and defining variables inside FreeCAD. And I would say this one is the cleanest way to drive your model. It is lighter than spreadsheet, easier to read, and perfect for real projects. So without further ado, let's get started. So here what you see in my screen is I already have open FreeCAD and I am in Part Design Workbench. Now let me again go back to Model tab and then I'm going to click here on Create a Variable Dataset. So let's click on it, and now here inside this variable dataset I can create variables. For example, length, and here I can give it a value. So it can be 50. Now let's click here on add another, because I also would like to define another variable inside this variable dataset, and this one is height. Here I'm gonna define its value. Let's say its value is 30. It can also go in terms of expression as well. So this time next value, let's say I'm gonna say thickness, and this time I'm gonna say expression, and then here let's define through the dataset itself. I'm gonna say variable dataset dot height divided by 2. Okay, and now I'm gonna skip this, which is add another, and let's click OK. So here what we did is we defined 3 values inside this variable dataset. This variable dataset not only hold or store the value the way we just saw, but also you're gonna see there are so many other type of values or parameter you can store within it. It can be length, which is property length, and then this is generally remain as a default. Then we have got integers, boolean, and even area or volumes. So you're going to see there are so many other type of properties there. Now let me go here in Sketcher, and I'm gonna select a plane here. Let's go with XY base plane, and now I'm gonna plot my geometry. Let's also constrain it, and now I'm gonna click on expression, and now as we know our dataset name is variable set, and then I'm gonna say width. If width is there, I don't think so width is there, so length is there, and there we go. Similarly, I'm gonna also apply the width to it, so I'm gonna say variable set dot height. Let's click OK and click OK. Okay, so now let me click close here. And that's how, guys, we have created this sketch using constrained dataset. So in this way, guys, we can utilize this variable dataset where we can define or can create our set of variable at one place. Now you might be thinking of how I'm going to edit those values if needed. So click here on variable dataset. Now go down here and click on data tab. Now here what you see is all the variables are available at one place, and from here you can easily edit them. So let's say I'm gonna make this value as 35. You can see that a real-time change in your sketch as well. Now let me add more values to it by making double click to it, and here this time I'm gonna say whole count, for example. Okay, and then I'm gonna change this property type. So from here I can select the property type as integer, which kind of make sure that the value we have defined always needs to be in form of integer. And here we go. Here we can see we have added whole count. Now if I try to put values like 4.5, I may not able to do that. So even it is not thinking of picking any point. Let me add one more data type here, which is boolean. So I'm gonna say whole, yes, no. Now here I'm gonna choose boolean as the data type. So I'm gonna go with this property bool, and yeah, by default let's keep it false. Okay, now click OK, and let's actually try to utilize these properties as well. So let me make this pad, and now I'm gonna create hole here. For that I need to create another sketch, probably at this phase. So I can go here and click on sketch, and let's define the whole dia as 10. Now click on close. Let's click on hole now, and there we go. We have created this hole. Now what we can do here in case of hole, I can click on it, and here in data I can go to suppress. For example, I would like to enable or disable it. I can go here and then make a right click and then go to expression. I'm gonna say, instead of simple false, I'm gonna say where set, and then here I can say whole yes no. Okay, now let's click OK. Now by default the suppression is false, and if I go back here in my where set, and if I change this value from false to true, and if I click here on recompute object, then you will see that the hole is now gone. So this way guys, we can utilize the different types of variable that is really neatly placed inside this variable data set in FreeCAD. So that's all guys from my side in this video. I hope that you find this video helpful and informational. If you have got any doubts or questions in your mind regarding this variable data set, please feel free to ask me in comment down below, and I also appreciate if anyone would like to respond to that comment as well. Also, if you are new to this channel, I would consider you to subscribe to it such that you do not miss any video of this series. And I will catch you soon with one such another video. Till then, you take care and bye bye.